I've had some deliveries, which means we can now fix the John Deere. Luckily me and Richard pushed it on.
Absolutely.
Oh, you lazy.
We're now starting a very big project. We've got 250 tonnes of root zone. We've got to fill them up and then give it a top dress after. Let me show you this bit of kit. Unbelievable. We start this video off on a Wednesday. Has been a busy weekend. We've been flat out. Just needed a bit of time off the camera, and we've got a busy period coming up, so I thought rather than just filming the same stuff that we do all of the time, try and mix it up and get some fresh stuff in. But we're in a school. This is a school that I mowed last night, and we're now here line marking it. The lads are whipping around all the inside bits of the school. I'm in the technology system, cracking on with it. We've got 2 rounders, javelin, shot put, softball, another rounders, and 3 football pitches, a 400 metre track and a 100 metre track, and we should be out of here in no time. Crack on with it.
A few moments later.
Oh God, it went extremely well at the school. And then yeah, driving to the next site and the Polaris has gone bang. So I'm now stuck at the side of the road. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago when I said I think my part should be able to hold out on the Polaris? Well, it didn't. Now I am waiting to see who can recover me and who can pick me up and get me back to the unit. But yeah, happy days. Hey! Luckily me and Richard pushed it on.
Absolutely.
Oh, you lazy.
All sorted. Oh, you see all that dribble come out then? As you can imagine, we didn't film a lot fixing it, just had to get it done. But massive thank you to Richard and Ben who come and saved the day. Love you long time. We've only been out of action for about an hour and a half, back on the road. Need to get to Milton Keynes, get some line marking done. Let's get there.
One eternity later.
Okay, line marking's going really, really well. Polaris is behaving itself. I've just had to pull myself off site to come and meet with the transport company because we've got a root zone order from Banks. Banksy sorted us out for a project that we've got coming up, and it looks like, you know, so far we've experienced a really good process and a sales process from them, and booking it in's been a dream. So yeah, we're most likely, well, we've got 2 projects booked in with Banks now, so hopefully we can build that relationship and use them for all of our future projects. But the lorry is here and we're going to get offloaded. Right, line marking has all been done. I've had some deliveries, which means we can now fix the John Deere. Let me just show you what had gone on. People are going to say certain things, but I can only tell the truth. So this is the worm gear that sits within the cylinder that adjusts the rear roller. We've literally changed the height of cut on this, I think, once. And we use a drill because it specifically says in the operator manual to use a drill. However, when I went to go change the height of cut on this last week, because we need to drop everything to 15 mil for renovations, it weren't working, and I stripped it, and the old one's completely stripped. Now this was an ex-demo machine from Farrell's. It had been out on demo, so it's one of those things. But Farrell's have been very good in sending the parts out. I did get a little bit impatient and tried to get them to come out over the bank holiday period, but we didn't manage to do that. So we're a couple of days behind with the John Deere work. However, as soon as they're open Tuesday, we've literally had the parts next day. So all I've got to do is fit this worm gear. I've already done that side. I just need to, I've put the main worm gear back in there, and then I just need to do the screw for the worm gear It's like 2 bolts, so it's not too bad. And then we need to change the height of cut, and I've got a new fancy gauge for that, which I'll show you once I've put this gear back in.
Forgot to put the concave washer on. It's alright, 2 bolts off, concave washer on, and then back in. Happy days. Anyway, get these 2 on, and we're good to go.
Right, that is all sorted. Next on the agenda, fresh tube of grease in the grease gun. Grease everything we've changed back up, obviously they're new parts, so get all of that nicely greased up, and then we can look to change the height of cut.
Later, in the void.
And to finish off the day, it is 7:45 and I've been at Real Bedford for about an hour and a half. You can see the pitch is dying off nicely now from the glyphosate we sprayed 5 days ago, and to help the growing process, currently we don't have any irrigation in the corners. So in each corner I've just set out temporary hoses, so that will now work off of the irrigation controller, and all 4 corners have got sprinkler heads in. They've all been set up and adjusted in all 4 corners, so that now means we don't have to come up every morning and evening to hand water the corners in, which we have been doing.
Nice.
And hopefully Richard from SGS will be able to put a machine valve in behind this goal, which means we can then use that Speedy Rain javelin sprinkler that we've got through the middle. So fingers crossed, everything's coming together here. We've still got a little while to wait until this is fully dead and we can start scarifying it, but it's looking good. Happy days. What a day it's been, what a day it's been. It's 4 o'clock. This morning we were at a local rugby club and we managed 60 tonnes of top dress in there, and we are now starting a very big project. We've got 250 tonnes of root zone. We've got lateral drains every 4 metres and then longitudinal drains which stretch the whole length of the field every 2 metres. We've got to fill them up and then give it a top dress after. So let me show you this bit of kit. Unbelievable, this is going to blow your mind. So this is exactly why I went with a Turfco. So we got the side conveyor out like that, and there's a deflect on the end, and you control the belt speed and the conveyor speed, and then adjust the defect, and you can literally pinpoint where the conveyor belt is getting it. So on the auto track GPS on the John Deere, and then programmed into the width of the conveyor, you can see that it just absolutely demolished. We've done 6 runs already and we've been here 20-30 minutes if that. So yeah, very, very happy. Let's get some footage and show you. morning, and we are back at the drainage channel site where we got to top all the drainage up. And yes, going really well. We're smashing it, to be fair. Absolutely love this top dresser, and it is perfect for this. One of the things that we are going to have to do before we top dress it with all the drainage runs, we're going to have to get a drag mat and a roller over it just to try and compact the root zone into those crevices. But anyway, I'm on my third bucket, so I'm good to go. Let's get at it. Saturday morning. Oh God, the last 24 hours have been stressful. And let me tell you why. The actual project itself, we're absolutely smashing it. It's going really well. However, last night at about 5 o'clock, the brand new Turfco top dresser, basically there's a rubber, so you've got the conveyor belt and then there's a little rubber V-belt glued to the belt, which is the mentalist idea ever, that like guides the conveyor belt to stop it going left and right. That had come off, wrapped around both the rollers. So we called Farrell's. They couldn't, I don't want to, it sounds nasty saying that they couldn't help, but I'm getting a call back today because there was no one from ground care on call. So we've had to kind of temporarily fix it. Obviously it's a brand new machine, so I'm not particularly happy about it. Capacity of the machine, we've only been filling this with 2 tons, and we've been doing each drainage run, then coming back and getting more, just because it's just easier that way. So I'll get down the bottom, come about halfway up, then we'll fill up, do that half, get down the bottom, come back up, and we like got ourselves in a nice little routine with it. So there's that, which meant we had to pull a late night last night. We was here till about 7:30, continuing. Once we got the temporary fix done, we just got a little bit more done. So there's that, and then I've been waiting on a scarifier. We've got a new a scarifier. We've been waiting on a scarifier that was delivered yesterday. I've checked it this morning, and it's got flail blades on it. I'm going to be out with that tomorrow. So yeah, I really pray to God that Farrell helps us out here, because it's absolutely f***ing me. Oh well, start of a new day. Let's get the machines turned on, warmed up, and bloody crack on, I guess. It is Monday morning, and I've decided to just add a little tail on to last week's video, because Saturday was the last footage you seen. We completed the project. Yeah, it was really good, to be fair, to get it done, but we didn't really have any closure on the video because I just shut the camera because we were stressed and getting it done. So this will be the last day in this video. Scarifier was set up yesterday. I had some line marking to do also. I went to Real Bedford to try and get that watered ready for this week. Just trying to keep the soil profile moist so we can actually get some seed in the ground. And now we're at one of our schools. It's been cut and it's all been marked. The lads are just whipping around the school now, just doing the final blow down and tidy ups, and I am waiting for the food catering lorry to move so I can move on to the next job. But if you remember 2 videos ago, I was stuck here for about half an hour waiting for that because we started at 6:30. Well, started at 5 this morning and got here for about 5:30, so I beat the lorry. So happy days. So we are a little bit ahead today, but we're going to be moving on to the next site. We've got more marking, more mowing, more extremities and amenity areas, and yeah, busy. Well, that didn't go to plan. I didn't film much yesterday, and when I came back to the unit, I had to go to Real Bedford and sort the irrigation and take the sand delivery, and I forgot the camera. So I guess on that note, we'll see you in the next one.